Alright, I am back, and today, since the Combiner Wars Devastator is broken, like I said earlier, we're going to take a look at Wave 4 of Combiner Wars. So, we're not going to focus too much on these guys, because these are all molds we've seen. So, there's no purpose to really dive too deep into them. But yeah, here we go. We're going to get these guys out of the way. And we're going to start with Sunstreaker. So here he is in his car mode, and he looks alright. The foot here comes on as like a top engine for him, which kind of G1. He's got this thing that we've seen like 3 or 4 times now. Rolls alright. I have a little bit of a quality control issue going on here of trying to keep this front connected. You can see it doesn't quite stay in as well as I'd like, and same with the windshield. It just kind of sticks out a little bit. But as I said, I won't call it mold degradation anymore. I will call it quality control issues. I think the car looks good. The yellow is definitely could have used like a coat of paint of yellow on top of it, because you can see like colors bleeding through, and that's bleeding through the plastic. That's not that's not the paint being like the paint's not on there enough, but like this is a yellow piece of plastic here. So they painted black on the inside, and because that black on the inside, you can see it shining through the plastic here. So it just seems like the yellow is very, very a light color. You can see like stuff in there that are kind of bleeding through. So I don't like that too much. So, he's got the nice silver rims. Looks good. I really, really wish they would have painted the spoiler silver. Because, they got silver paint on the foot, which, whatever. And silver paint on the gun, which, looks good. But I think having this silver would have really set this thing apart from the others versions of this mold. So we'll transform him real quick. You just want to pull that windshield out, pull this back, pull the legs out, they flip down, legs out, they flip down, feet come down, arms untab, hinge them out just a little bit, and then you take the whole head assembly here, and this will fold down and tab into place, rotate the head around, pull the arms into place, and there you go. I'm going to skip the posability because we've seen this before on this guy. Again, this mold is just reused. I guess, the reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah, fits right in there. So you can plug the sword gun thing. I guess he's a Space Marine now. You can plug that into his arm, and yeah. He's got some good paint apps going on. Tempograph logo there. One thing I have to be honest here is I love this head sculpt. I think this head sculpt is amazing. It's the best Sunstreaker head sculpt I've seen ever, I think. I think that just is gorgeous. Now, we'll get all these guys out and do size comparisons when we're done here. Not that we really need to, because we've seen these guys before. But I just wanted to take this moment. And this is him with the Universe 2.0 Sunstreaker. This one's got some Reaper labels added. The head sculpt, like I said, is not as good on this one as that one is. But you see, this is where you can see like how much plastic has changed, because this guy is definitely a bigger figure. And overall just looks better. I think this windshield chest should have been a little bit smaller, but at least he has it. This is what he's supposed to look like. He doesn't have that because they reused a mold that didn't look like him. So all in all, he cleans up a lot better. He's got lots of kibble. I gave him a different gun, but he just looks so much better here than this thing. This is easily the worst mold out of the Combine Wars line, and to use it for Sunstreaker is just kind of an insult to Sunstreaker. So for a score on this guy, it's a shitty mold, and it's a shitty done repaint with a good head sculpt. So I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. That's it. That's all he's worth. If anything, maybe take the head off and try and put it on the Universe Sunstreaker. See if you can get that on there. I might have to try that, actually. Is that just a ball joint? That's just a ball joint. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. And too small. So anyway, it's no. I don't think it's worthwhile. If you've got the Universe 2.01. You're in much better shape than you will be with this thing. And of course, I'm not going to show off the Combiner gimmick because it's a fail. Because they're using the Stunticons, which, that combine mode is pretty atrocious to begin with. So yeah, and of course, he comes with this thing, which we won't focus on because it's junk too. All in all, this character... Oh, what I will show off real quick is you can take the port here and you can plug this back here. So you can have an even bigger backpack and have that kind of G1-esque look with having the engine in the back. Here's the problem though. Oh, hey, he's standing. He's standing. Yay, he can stand. Oh, yeah. He felt like he was going to topple over, but I guess he won't. So, yeah. But yeah, or you could take this. You could also flip this piece up, and then there's little slider joints right here that will slide onto this post right here, so you can slide it up even further if you really want to. But then he's got that sticking out the back, and that will make him fall over. But all in all, I really don't think this guy is worth your money at all. Save your money, get the Universe one. If you can find one for a good price. I know they go for a little bit more, but honestly, this thing is just not worth it. There's nothing about this figure that says, this is worth it, in my opinion. Some people will disagree. Next up, we'll look at the Mirage. So he does have a silver spoiler. He's got this nice blue going on here. Nice... Templecraft Autobot logo. This thing's got some silver paint on there. This doesn't have any silver paint on it, but I don't care about these weapons because it's just reuse. And then you can take this and you can plug this right here and give them an extra engine type thing, which is not entirely bad, but not entirely good. All in all, if you're my front doesn't like to stay as firmly tabbed in as it should. Again, just some quality control issues since I'm not allowed to use the word mold degradation. As you can see, he doesn't roll very well, but he looks good. I do like this car mode. I do. I have to admit, I do like it. So if you're in the market of getting a Mirage and you only want him for vehicle mode, this might be pretty decent option for you. Now let's transform it and ruin everything. So you take this, fold this back, tabs in, pull this out, flip the head around, extend the legs, rotate, split the legs, and you can either leave them like this, or you can flip this up and go like that. I think that looks terrible, so we'll leave it like that. Flip the arms up, and then the hands can flip out. And yeah, there you go. There's your Combiner Wars Mirage. And I think he looks completely horrible. I hate this thing. The legs are loose on this one. Again, quality control. We got lots of quality control here. They don't lock as well as Dragstrip did. He's got the big combiner port right there because, he is a combiner. And yeah, that's his head sculpt is decent. I wouldn't call that great, but it also is super, super tight. So I'm actually really afraid that ball joint's going to snap off. So yeah, let me show you him against the Classics Mirage. And I have a third-party shoulder cannon here. Yeah, he didn't come with a shoulder cannon, so, some people are like, well, he didn't come complete. Well, neither did he. He doesn't have a shoulder cannon. And it's... I mean, there's no comparison. This guy is so much better than him in every way, shape, or form. Yeah, this guy's got more of that Neo aesthetics to him, but this thing... I don't know where this thing came from. I mean, obviously, it's a drag strip with a Mirage heads thrown on top, which I guess is better than, this guy who got repainted into drag strip once or twice. But all in all, I mean, it's kind of sad comparing these two. He's got this cool, he's got a backpack, but it's kind of cool because it's swept up with his shoulders. Kind of looks cool. I like that. It makes him look like he's aerodynamic. He's thin and spindly, but, that's kind of just how I envision the character, or at least this version of him. Whereas he... I mean, he's just not good. I don't really know what else I could say about him aside from he's just not good in comparison. This guy's just so much better in every way, shape, and form. I'm gonna give him a 1. I think he's just dreadful, absolutely dreadful. So we'll move him out of the way. And we're going to look at this thing. As you guys could tell, I'm getting a little frustrated with these Combiner Wars repaints. And this is only wave 4. We've got like 6 more waves to go. I don't know. That's an exaggeration. But we got the G2 Superion, G2 Minosaur. We've still got the Fimbot wave, which those are all going to be box sets, but they'll probably count them as waves. Then we have Bruticus, and then the second Autobot wave. So we got at least 5 more waves to go. All right, so the engine thing can plug onto the back. Looks all right. Not great. Unpainted axe weapon, which I think is terrible. And yeah, he's the off-road mold painted red with a yellow stripe on the side. Whatever. As you can see... That's nice. That's probably my fault. He rolls all right. Nice rims there. Sloppy paint job going on there. Other than that, yeah, he's just the same thing. So let's just transform him. So flip that back. Flip the arms out and up. Now, I know a lot of kids out there are probably like, well, Ironhide looks good because he's a pickup truck. Well, you know, for all you youngins out there that haven't watched the G1 cartoon, you're wrong. Ironhide was a van, not a pickup truck. He should stay a van. And, you know, he can hold his weapon. And, yeah, again, the head sculpt is decent. It's not good, though. It is not the Ironhide head sculpt that I think is Ironhide. It looks like generic Autobot Trooper number 7. He's got the big black chest instead of the big window. He's got the faux chest nipples going on there, but I mean that's not Ironhide's character. So let's get him. Now this is the Henkei version. Who, you know, this mold is horrible. This is one of the worst molds of the Universe 2.0 line. But look at that head sculpt. That's Ironhide. He's got the window chest. And he's got this nice chrome paint, which, you know, I can't really compare the chrome paint. But the head sculpt was good. The window chest is better. And it's really hard to say because this was such a bad figure. But this thing is worse. It's not a good substitute. I would actually say it's better to have no Ironhide than either one of these. But if you must have an Ironhide, get this one. Get the Henkei version with the 3-pack. Because he's got this nice chrome red paint, which is just gorgeous. That alone makes me say this guy is better. But, you know, like I said, I can't compare the two. If you're going with the original Ironhide on this, then, you know, you might as well get him. Because you're going to just get a shitty figure no matter what. So this is an example of polishing a turd and it actually turning out decent because this mold is a turd, but with that paint on there, he's beautiful. Anyway, moving on to him. I don't like him. The backpack is ridiculous because that's, again, not Ironhide's character to have that kind of backpack. The door shoulders, not Ironhide. The big combiner port in the chest, not Ironhide. The head sculpt, not Ironhide. The axe, not Ironhide. It's just not Ironhide. This is off-road in cosplay. All in all, I'm going to give this guy a 1 out of 10. I really don't... The only reason why I'd say get this is if you have the Universe 2.0 Ironhide and you do not have the Henkei one and you need a new one. Because the Universe 1's paint smeared off. Which it happens. So then you can get this guy and just settle with this until a better Ironhide option comes along. Other than that, no reason to get him whatsoever. I think he's trash. I think he's garbage. And then the last one, we'll take a look at Combiner Wars Prowl. So again, he's got the stupid thing we've seen before. He's got the triple barrel shotgun, which is let's see here, the well, it's the white version of the Streetwise gun. Streetwise had a nice silver paint on there. I think Streetwise's look better than Prowl's. Now he is a repaint of a retool of the Combiner War, or the Stunticon Breakdown? Dead End, sorry. Dead End and Wild Rider. So, which got retooled into First Aid. Or not First Aid, damn it. Streetwise. And then now it's repainted. So, he doesn't have the chrome wheels, which sucks. He's got the black strip, and of course that one piece here is black all the way up. At least that actually kind of looks kind of like a design choice a little bit. Silver headlights. He's got the black grill. Looks good. Red siren. Some nice blue chromish paint. Yeah. Transforming him. Flip those out. Flip down the legs. Close them up. Just like so. Rotate the waist around. Flip the chest back. or the hood back. Flip out the hands. You know, we've seen this transformation a number of times, so we're not focusing too hard on this. And there you go. And you know, just like I'm doing here, if there's ever another wave that's just complete straight repaints, I'm gonna do it just like this. Just get it done with as quickly as we can. You know, like I know Bruticus has some heavy retools in there and a new sculpt, so we'll look at those guys one by one. But if the whole wave is just straight repaints with a slight retool on the head, there's no point to bother. All right, so looking at him, he's got he's nice white color with the black detailing here and there, some gray, that blue here going on, and you know, this is kind of like that a faux hood chest, which, you know, unlike some of the other guys, you know, he at least has something that looks somewhat like his hood on his chest. So that actually looks nice. I like that. You know, they could have at least retooled all their chests to look like that, but they didn't. He's got a head sculpt that looks... I mean, this thing is in par with, like, MP Prowl, I think, for the head sculpt. I think this head sculpt is great. The paint job on it is a different story, because you know, they painted the front crest red, but none of the else. So it's like if you look at it any other angle, you're going to see some of that white poking through. So that's unfortunate. Eyes are great. Got like a MP quality paint job on the eyes. It's hard to see them, but like when the light hits them just right, they are nice blue. And other than that, though, he's actually really cool. So let me get him next to the Universe 2.0 Prowl. Now, I was giving this whole line a lot of shit early on when they first announced it. And I really, really, really didn't like the idea of it. But now having this Prowl in hand, because Prowl is one of my favorite Autobots, and having him compared to the Universe 2.0 mold, there is no comparison here. Again, but this time, he's the winner. The reason for that is while I wish he did have the car doors, like the wing car doors, like he does, you know, whatever. You know, that's one knock against him. But, you know, like the shoulder cannons, I personally am a fan of Prowl without the shoulder cannons. I like Prowl without them. So he doesn't have them, so that's fine with me. I don't know how much I'm going to like the Silver Streak and Smokescreen without these, but like if you fold these down like that, like you could do like the MP, you can see his head is just way disproportionate to his body. So I'm not trying to bash on him this entire video, or this section of the video, but this guy, I think he just pulls the whole look off a little bit better. I like him a lot better than him, and I did like him a lot back in the day. This thing is great. Backpack's bad, and he's not 100% Prowl, but he does look Prowlish enough for me to say, you know what, he's worthwhile. I would say, like, if you're gonna pick up anybody from this wave, this is the must-have. Hell, you know, if you're not even interested in Combiner Wars, I still say pick this guy up. You're going to have some fun with him because he's a good toy and a good looking figure. And getting him out of the way. And in case people are saying, well, you're just being specialist because, you know, Prowl is your favorite, one of your favorite Autobots. Well, let me put these guys next to each other. And you guys could be the judge here yourselves. But I think half-assed, not even asked. And this guy is good. And part of the reason why this guy is good is... There's two reasons why I think this guy is good. One, they use the best mold of all of the Stunticons on him. Just straight up use the best mold because Breakdown or Dead Ends, damn it, Dead End is the best of that wave. it just straight up, he's the best. He looks the best, he transforms the best, and just all around, he just is coolest. I like the off-road mold, but these guys are just straight repaints. These three are just straight repaints, whereas he is a retool and repaint of a retool. So he's not exactly dead end. So he's more, he's based off the streetwise version of the mold. So he's just, it makes him stand out that much more than just the straight repaints with new heads. So I think he definitely is the best. So best mold and a good retool of the mold. Had he used like the first aid version of the mold, I probably would have liked him a little bit better. Not much, mind you, but a little bit. I don't think we've really seen retools of the other two yet. But yeah, he's definitely the winner of this group. So for size comparison, here they are with a Legends figure who is actually far superior than 3 out of the 4. And I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Only thing that I'm going to knock down is because he doesn't have the wings or the option for the shoulder cannons. But I'm sure maybe a third party will come along with that later on, at least the shoulder cannons. Because, yeah, there's 2 slots right here. It'd be so easy to just make a cannon and just tab it in. Here he is with the Deluxe Seeker. So this actually does not work. These guys don't really work with the classic Seekers. And here they are with Prime, and that looks pretty good. Yeah, there you go. There is the Combiner Wars Wave 4 repaints. I honestly say, again, the Prowl's worth picking up. Get him. Look at him. Have some fun. The other 3 just, I mean, they're crap. They're total and utter crap. Don't waste your money on them. If you absolutely must have something in your collection to stand in, then fine, whatever. But seriously, save your money and buy a better figure. That's all I can say. Buy the better figure when you can. Save it and get it later. Or you know what? Go out, have a nice lunch. Maybe take your brother or sibling or maybe your mom. Yeah, give your mom a call and say, you know what, Mom? I was gonna buy some toys today, but you know what? Instead, I want to treat you to lunch. That's what you should do instead of getting 3 out of these 4 guys. Take your mom to lunch. There you go.